You notice Zoom is holding up a finger.
Perception check, what's there?
All you have to do is glance at the door and you see there's a shadow nearby.
I'm gonna motion to Jin to look under the door.
If it's Spindly again, bro, I ain't playing this time, bro. That motherfucker's dead. We gotta kill him. I am not.
Jin flies down, crouches, peers under the door. No, what I do? She flutters back to the table and she says, "It's two of them actually."
Fucking A.
It's the woman and the greasy haired one.
So it's Ulna?
I believe that's her name, yes. See, Raven just looks uncomfortable.
I'm just standing there. Okay.
Keep talking to her in Sylvan.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to, like...
You see Jin go, "Don't.
Oh.
Don't do that."
She's whispering in my ear, I guess. Or on the table or something.
Yeah, she comes over and tells you this.
Okay.
Don't. If they know you can speak Sylvan, that'll prove a disadvantage to us. They're going to think we're up to something.
I could thaumaturgy that fucking door open and be like, "Do you need something?"
Give a command, something. Do it now.
I'm going to, like, thaumaturgy. I'm going to open the door because it's unlocked. So I'm going to open it and be like, "Do you need something?" Because this is secret training, you know, unless you want to take lessons and pay for it.
Make an intimidation check.
And my eyes glow. And my eyes glow. Come on.
Make an intimidation check.
Can I get advantage, though? Come on.
You have advantage with intimidation.
What?
Didn't you say?
Oh, I do, because I chose
Oh my
that.
goodness, it's like it's on your character sheet.
Right there on my character sheet. That's a 17. Intimidation is a plus of 5. 23. Pee your pants. I'll kill you right now, Finley.
Open the door quickly. The very, you can see like the same gaunt features, the same partially cracked teeth and the greasy hair, slightly longer, eyes slightly spread. He immediately ducks behind Alna.
I'm looking specifically
as she takes a step back and she's like, "No, I just wanted to see if you all needed anything else."
Next time, knock. Don't stand at the door. You're not seeing anything. Sure.
He wants a word with you, by the way. She just tosses her hair and leaves.
What did she say?
Spindly.
He wants a what?
Wants a word.
She wants a word with Spindly.
With us? Come in.
I'm confused.
Well,
Okay, calm down. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, I was about to be fucking Spindly 3.0 right back at his ass.
I think I know what he's
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be just grinning like a fucking fool at him.
He likes you.
I'm sorry. It's fine. I don't care. I'm just gonna grin like a fucking fool up at him.
I'm sorry. I just have a little bit of trouble talking with people.
I wonder why.
I know that you were invited to the event on Friday, as I am too. I was wondering if you had anyone to go with.
I throw up in my mouth. Oh, God. I kill myself.
But I'm a very dexterous dancer.
So am I. It would be an honor. I say in my super best noblewoman voice. As I throw up all the way in my mouth.
You taste that acid in the back of your throat. It just rests underneath of your tongue. He's like,
Fuck you.
So please, I'll see you.
he just runs off.
I thaumaturgy slam the door and throw up everywhere.
We can use this to our advantage.
I will throw up everywhere.
Zoom. Just.
Just full, like, Homer Simpson. Just think Homer Simpson.
Alright.
That is not what I fucking wanted. FYI, I had your cousin's hands all over me a couple weeks ago, and I fucking killed him! It's you next!
I mean, we don't know if they're related, but they're definitely
In my head, they're related.
the same type of person. Okay, I did. Well,
Insight check on him.
he has a crush on you.
What are you trying to figure out?
What am I trying to figure out? Does he have, like, alternate intentions? Like, is he gonna try to keep me distracted to prevent me from doing something I shouldn't be doing?
Okay. What's your insight?
19.
Natural 20. He's a hard one to read.
Fucker. I chase after him and kill him. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Well, shoot, that adds a whole other layer, because now you're gonna have him on you, but you can also use that as your advantage.
I don't want to use him to anything. I want to kill him. I want to murder him.
You do? What else are you doing? Raven's still sitting there on the table.
I am currently vomiting everywhere.
Okay.
Okay, so we could say, instead of having you display anything, we just needed to see... Nah. You wouldn't happen to have seen where she got the device that undid your bind,
No, she
did
left
you?
a cage in here.
Yeah, you wouldn't know where it is. Okay.
I'm going to die either way, aren't I? It doesn't matter whether I can, or will, or don't. Right? That's what it boils down to, right?
Oh, it matters.
It does matter. Okay, so how do we get out of this? How do we get out of this?
No fucking clue.
Well,
We are in the biggest fucking pickle of my whole life.
there's been more pickles. You've been in the mouth of a manticore.
I'd
Surrounded
take the
by
mouth of a
enemies.
manticore right now.
Okay, what do I have? What can
Madison, put me in the mouth of a manticore right now.
Alright, I need you to roll initiative.
This one here. Okay.
I mean,
It just bursts out of the ground.
Spindly had one as a fucking pet last time.
Until the arms folded. Looks like you could lie.
About what?
About needing more time with her.
I mean, we do need more time with her. We need to keep her the fuck away from here.
This is true, but most likely she will require... Regardless of what you do, if you tried lying, saying that you need more time, something along those lines, that would guarantee that you would be able to see her at least tomorrow. At the very least. And from there, if you still need more time, saying that this kind of magic that, perhaps she does, but something like this is more delicate.
We can say that it takes 3 separate sessions. Mm-hmm. One today, it's the 3rd day, one on the 4th day, and the one before the party that guarantees that they don't take her wings or kill her.
It makes sense. I mean, that is kind of what I meant, but I wanted to take her with us. But yeah, if we just said that it is...
I don't know if she'd let it take her with us. He looks down.
Sadly. Ugh.
She hasn't moved. She's still kneeling, kind of crouching in the same position when you found her. Or when she was brought up, at least.
Right. That's a good plan. Why is Talal so logical? That's a good plan.
Because he's so logical, it makes all his plans good.
I consider that a compliment, thank you. I do try.
At least one of us has a brain on us.
You all are very intellectual, but I feel like you are... You're letting the circumstances cloud what actually does need to be done. At the moment, there's nothing we can do. We must accept that. As painful as that is. Like him knowing how compassionate you are, imagine how we feel.
That's true.
This is killing us as much as it is killing you, but we cannot focus on that right now. What we must focus on is the task at hand, and that, right now, is ensuring her safety for at least the next few days.
You're right. I think
so my question
saying that you need multiple sessions, saying that you suspect that obviously they brought her here because they had some kind of suspicion about her. Say that you believe that this is possibly true, but you need confirmation.
I mean, we could definitely say that it takes, 3 separate sessions. We have to say that it, separate sessions.
Talal takes that moment absent-mindedly. Make a perception check.
Oh.
Fuck.
Okay.
14. Hers is way better.
22.
She got a natural 7.
22.
You notice he touches that place on his forearm, that mark.
Oh.
And an idea comes to him.
No.
As he looks, and he's like, you could... She hasn't inspected Jin's arm. You could say that you need this mark in order to produce some kind of magical effect. In order for this bond.
Oh.
And in order to do this, whether or not it's true or fake, however we want to do it, she did not see Jin's arm. This goes.
What if they ask?
And Jin looks and she's like, "You want me to?" And he's like, "We would only have to ink some onto your skin. It wouldn't actually have to be the mark itself. They don't seem to know the difference. But if you claimed that this is required, that you need more time in order to make this particular there's a ritual. Perhaps say that there's some kind of ritual that you need to perform, and in order to do that you need time. You need a day. An entire day.
Madison's really good at
Maybe it
this.
needs to be under the light of the full moon, or some extra element that gets her away from this place.
Curiously, when's the next full moon?
The last full moon was last week.
Fuck.
You can see Talal is just making up whatever he can in the moment. He's not the best liar. He's just logical. There's a difference between being logical and being a liar.
Okay. That's a good idea. I wish
I mean, we could say that we have to prep things.
Mm-hmm.
In
Prep
order
tonight.
to create.
Have the ceremony, have something tomorrow. And from there, you would be able to definitively know.
Well, shouldn't we wait till Friday, the last day?
Something.
I mean, because we would want to do this on the last day to ensure long term for her.
Mm-hmm. Because we could say we suspect, but we don't know, and we have to get elements.
And it would
for a
take
ritual.
us all day tomorrow to do so. And then we can come back early to the party, like she asked.
We would have
to perform it.
Yes, we would have to.
That wouldn't give her enough time. The farce that we are projecting is that you need at least an afternoon. That requires 4 hours. At the very least, for whatever this is. In order to get her away, for the 4th night, say that you need her that night.
We could definitely...
And she's like, that could work, I guess.
That's a good point.
I mean, we could say that it has to be under moonlight. The ritual has to be cast under moonlight.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be able to take her out.
Yes.
I mean, but what if they want one of them to come with us?
Well, we'll just say no, and then they don't get the magic. We could have one of the...
We could have Olna come with us, and you can get a suggestion on her.
Yes.
And then if it doesn't work, I hold her down, and you keep casting it.
I can only cast it twice.
Then we beat the fuck out of her. I'm just kidding.
Okay, we can tie her down and try. Okay, yes, that's a good plan. And we can say that Olna can observe if she wants, because I need her for suggestion anyway.
I know, but
We're going
8
to
hours
to open up all the
we're gonna
cages.
we'd have to tie her up for a long time though, because we can't, and not bring her back until, because it only lasts 8 hours.
We could keep her at Raymond's shop, so that way she's not likely to be heard in the tavern. All right.
But I mean, like, but wouldn't she fucking know that her handmaiden's just not there?
Not at night.
I know, but I mean, we can't just keep her. We keep her all
Well,
night.
this is even if she wants to come, or if she will. I can always cast on her the next day. Okay, yes. So we're going to say we suspect, but we need to know for sure. Tomorrow, we will perform the ritual to determine for sure, and then that night, we'll say we have to do it to...
We have to do it
get the
under
mark.
moonlight.
Under moonlight to get the mark. And then that should hold us over till we release everyone.
And then, but I mean, I assume she's gonna want us to bring her back in the morning. Is my issue.
We're supposed to come back at 2 o'clock.
I know, but
So-
she's not gonna just let us. I mean,
And by that time, we can have her with us and say it takes more time to attune to someone else. So we say, we put the mark on her, not actually the mark, but like we'll ink her and say she has the mark, and then she needs to, under the moonlight, needs to
or we can just say
do the
how,
same ritual
like
on
a
someone
certain
else.
amount hours to attune to you with the mark. So they get the mark through the ritual at night, but then they have to attune to that person for a certain amount of time before they can. Okay.
Yes.
So then we can say however many hours for the day.
So
that
we
we have
could
to keep
say
them.
that she's like attuned to us, and it takes time to transfer that to someone else. So that way she wouldn't leave our side.
Okay.
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
And that way, Lady Ellaloth won't be able to take her that night. And then by then we'll have everyone out.
Hopefully.
No, we will.
We will.
We will.
I don't care what I have to do. I have to kill. I will kill them all. Okay.
Alright, I'm going to, I guess, whenever you do a ritual, do you use like chalk or something on the ground? Some form of...
You have elements that you produce.
So I'm just gonna like draw out some nonsense. And just be like, oh, this is like how we kind of judge to see.
Oh, like a fake magic circle.
Yeah, like a fake magic circle.
Oh,
This
like a
is just
fake, like identify circle almost.
almost, yeah, but like, but we don't have the elements to tell for sure. That's like the suspecting one, but we didn't have the elements.
Okay. Or,
To know for sure.
Yeah, no, I guess we can't say like she has magic.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alrighty.
Okay.
So I'm gonna look at Raven. It's like, well, I assume that you actually, well, as long as there's no one at the door and stuff.
Is there anybody at the door?
You do another check, there's no one there.
Okay, I'm like, so I assume that you do actually have arcane abilities.
She glances at Tullo, glances over at Jin, who both give her a nod and clasp her shoulders, knowing it's all right. Yes, I do. It's a different kind of magic than others, but
Oh God, she's.
What can you do?
Oh.
We may be able to use it to get everyone else out.
I can. And she takes that moment. You can see she make a persuasion check actually.
And no one's looking. I got a natural 19 plus my persuasion 23. As long as no one's looking, because if they see her do it, they're gonna take her, and we're never gonna see her.
You all can make another perception check, but
Natural 20.
Natural 19.
Who is there?
no one's there. No one is there. It is clear. You even prop open the door, you take a moment, you listen, you prop open both doors, you glance outside the windows, there is no one. You can see she actually takes that moment, and she concentrates, and after muttering a few arcane words under her breath, she actually begins to fly. She casts fly on herself.
Interesting.
Using her wings as a partial guide, she's able to fly. Rotates around. Like I know a few other things, but this is one of them. It doesn't keep me immobile, at least.
So, like, her wings are useless. I mean, like you said, they just got clipped a little bit, or was it, like, a lot?
That throws off the balance, either way.
Damn, that sucks. That is such ass! I hate everyone! They must all die! They have to all die!
Okay.
I want to know who cut her wings, though. Because I want to cut off their...
No, it's fine. So, how we can use this to our advantage. Okay.
Wait, so
Okay.
then technically, could she cast that on someone else?
I could.
Okay. So, what we may have to do, they'll probably put the collar back on you today. And then I can try to... Okay, I can try to get Michiko tomorrow, whenever she goes to get all of the rod. I can put Michiko on her.
Bro, you better roll a fucking stealth check, natural 20 plus 20, invisibility.
I can just have her like...
She looks and like, you need something invisible?
Awesome! We're keeping her.
She takes another moment and reaches over to Jin, and as she touches Jin, her form vanishes.
She's literally so cool!
She dispels it.
How long does it last?
An hour, I believe.
But she won't have that...
I know, but technically, we would only need...
She'd already have the
I know,
rod.
yeah, she would already have the rod. But... Do you think intelligence check, when she left with the rod, was she probably taking it back exactly to where it... I mean, like, she probably wasn't carrying that thing around. She probably put it back.
Probably.
I know, but she would have to touch your spider before you put it on her. But wait a second, hold on.
Yep, 1 hour.
In Find Familiar, technically, can't you make them appear wherever you want them to within a certain range?
Yes.
So technically...
Within 30 feet.
Within 30 feet. As she turns her back, she touches your spider, it's invisible, and then, BAM! It's over there!
Dispelling it and bringing it back might...
Fuck!
But there's a way to do it. I could just put it on her back, like... And then I'll just, after I see where she takes the rod, I'll just dispel. What's the likelihood that she's gonna see a spider on her back within, like...
What's
10
the
minutes?
1 out of 20? A 1 out of 20? Stealth check, natural 1. Natural 1.
I think she just thinks it's a spider on her.
Yeah, until she squishes it, and then it poof, vamps out of existence. And then she's like...
Can put it on the back of her shoe. Who looks at the back of the shoe? Or
If you put it on her skirts, it could work, right?
something.
Summon it on the bottom of her skirts.
Inside of her skirt.
Oh, I don't
Don't
want to
do
see what's up
that.
there. Don't want to see what's up there.
Anything, just like so that we know where they are, because that's the key to allowing for escape. All right.
We gotta find out where those fucking think keys are?
Yes, because she
Paul!
has
I'm just kidding.
Paul!
Oh! Alright.
Curiously, the one guy. Hold on, what was his name?
Which one?
Bran.
Gecko.
Gecko!
That could
Ginko.
throw his voice. He was using thaumaturgy, right?
No, that's just something he gets to do.
He's just cool. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's just cool.
Copy on cool.
Yeah, he's just cool.
Okay. Copy on cool.
He's just cool.
He cool.
He gets to be cool. You guys get to be cool. They get to be cool.
So as for while we have a minute, the plan for the actual day, and there's no one nearby, and there's nobody listening.
There's no one nearby, no one listening.
Okay, so for the actual day, I think we should show up earlier than we were intended to show
But
up.
if we show up too early, she's gonna get pissed off.
She doesn't have to see us. We'll just say we just wanted to make sure, or we'll act giddy that we were just so excited we were invited. That way I can cast suggestion on... Oh wait, no, because it's only one action. Because it lasts for 8 hours, so I could just have Ulna do it at a certain time. Go down there, leave the door open. The secret door open at a specific time, and then we can follow her down.
I know, but
Or
we have
we'll
to do
just-
this during the party.
or we'll be
was
with
what
her.
Citron said the best time was.
Okay, during the party. We'll have to find her. I guess, yeah, she should have all the keys with her. All the time. Because I could cast suggestion and be like, at this specific time, you're going to go down to the basement and you're going to release all of the sprites. And then...
I mean, you could say that you release them within the rooms. If you don't open the doors, and whenever we go down, we can open all the doors and then get them all out. That's half the work. But I just don't know about this suggestion. Because what if somebody sees her? What if, because there's going to be other people down there at the other auction. So there's going to be people walking around. And for all we know, it could be that Ogre or Bran.
And we'll have someone with us. She'll be our guide.
I'm going to have Spindly with me.
Stitch.
Ditch him. I mean, gladly.
Ask him to get you a drink and then disappear.
I know, but then what if he's looking for me and he goes downstairs? He thinks I'm being...
He's not gonna think you're downstairs.
I mean, he doesn't know that. I don't know that. He's a bumbling buffoon. God knows what goes across his mind.
I think I know.
Dexterous. Disgusting. Yeah, you're gonna see.
We're
fucking
judging
dexterous
someone
when
before
I rip
we
limb for
even
limb.
know them. Okay, so because basically we need a plan that we can tell the sprites tomorrow. That we have to say something because they need to know, and we need to hammer this out.
Somehow.
So,
I was hoping he was not going to invite me to fucking this ball. I was hoping he was going to invite me at least to the one downstairs.
he's probably not even invited to that one, or might be.
I mean, that's why I was like, I could use this to my advantage and try to get downstairs and then fucking kill him. And then let everybody out. He has to die.
We need to be linked the whole night.
Me and you?
Yeah.
That means we gotta stay within sight of each other.
I wasn't planning otherwise. Okay, so let's see. I can seal writing. I can do identify. Sign of ill omen. Yeah, that's... Suggestion is our best bet. I can only cast it twice.
Okay, but what if we can ask Raymond if he has like a scroll and we can use that, because since you have it, it wouldn't be at a disadvantage. I'm telling you, we are about to raid Raymond. Okay, Mr. Ulterior Motives. Which we don't know about, technically. But I'm still was going to raid his shit.
Okay, it has no kind of motion. Okay. Yeah, suggestion is the best bet. You don't have charm, do you? Charm person? Okay, I have charm person.
I don't have anything above a 2nd level spell. I don't think I have anything above a 1st level spell.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. Yeah,
If we come across Paul, we could try to get him in on it on the day of, and if not, then we could...
I mean, he said he knows where the keys is. What if he knows where this rod is?
He might. We could ask him. But then he might...
But in my opinion, we can't say anything to him until the day of.
Yeah, it has to be the day of.
Otherwise, he could panic and tell.
Okay. He probably...
I mean, wait. You could charm person him.
Yeah, but then he'd know after. It only lasts an hour, and then it says specifically, the person, after it ends, knows they've been charmed, because I thought about it. Alrighty. I think that's our best bet. So, did she say what time the party actually started? She said she wanted us there at like 2 o'clock. But the actual party probably doesn't start for a while. 6 o'clock. While everyone's there. And then, there's the whole thing of all the people are going to be wearing sprites.
Oh, man. I forgot about that.
I didn't forget about it.
Shit.
I didn't forget either.
Oh my god. We're so fucked.
I mean...
I say to myself.
Jin actually speaks up. She's like, I actually might have an idea for that. If anyone else can cast darkness, if anybody else understands how to use a magical darkness, our eyes might be able to penetrate. Or at the very least, create an extreme distraction. If I can concentrate at a certain point and have everyone's eyes essentially blinded temporarily, it might give us enough time to go forth and free everyone. If those who can dispel the collars, if they could come and rush in all at once, in some kind of mass exodus, then all of a sudden, if everyone's collars were free instantaneously, then we'd be able to get away.
If I could get Paul to unlock all the windows in the ballroom, I could thaumaturgy that shit afterwards and they could just fucking fly out.
We could just break the windows.
I mean, that too. I'd gladly run through one of these bitches' windows.
Let me unlock this window so I can... Yeah,
That's assuming they all have their wings and they can all fly away.
For the most part, they've all had their wings, right?
So far, a lot of them have, yeah.
Okay.
So far, Raven has been the only one seems to be,
Okay. So we could say that
you've told.
the plan is that those that can do dispel magic
Have to stay behind.
they have to stay.
But we'd only take volunteers, we wouldn't force them.
Right. But we can say there's others that are free, and then the ones that maybe don't have magic or anything, then Citron can take them.
But he said he can only take a certain amount, and there might be
Yes.
more than he can take.
Exactly. That's why the ones that can leave stay behind. They can stay with us. It's fine. It's fine. We may have to fight the whole town after, but I'm willing to do it. Okay.
Question. So, Jin's darkness, that's not like a... Is she saying that she's literally just going to cast it over their eyes? Or, like, she's just going to create, like, a sphere of darkness?
It's a cloud of darkness. Which, hang on one second. Some can. Others can't. Hang on one second. Darkness.
We get some scissors.
Magical darkness spreads from a point you choose within range to fill 15-foot radius sphere for the duration. So it's a point that you choose.
And how big is it?
How big is it?
15-foot sphere.
Would that cover the entire ballroom?
No. This is why you'd have to have multiple people doing it simultaneously.
I don't think I have that.
I don't.
What level spell is that?
Darkness?
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't have it. Huh?
Second?
Yeah, I don't have it. Okay, that's...
Yeah, second.
Yeah, I don't got it.
So, if I'm going to look at Raven and say, well, as long as this is generally our tentative plan, those that can cast darkness and dispel magic,
Yeah.
they need to work together to free the upstairs sprites. If we could ask them to consider staying behind to help us for that last bit.
But they'd have to be two separate groups, though, because darkness is a concentration spell, isn't it?
You couldn't do both, I don't think.
Well, there be some who can do both and some who can do one or the other. So if they have that ability, or any ability, and wish to take revenge on the people who've done this.
It's concentration, yeah.
Not killing them, of course.
No, I say kill them. What you mean? Don't kill them. Kill them all!
They're just...
Bro, I mean, fuck, we ain't gonna be able to control that little sister. She gonna get free. She gonna kill everybody by herself. Just saying. I'm sure she's like fucking level 12. She gonna light somebody's ass up. Deep fry.
Okay, so that sounds like a good tentative plan to me. Rats, it's too bad Misty Step I have to be able to see.
Why?
I have to be able to see where I'm going. I can't bamf through walls and stuff.
I can't bamf through.
Not with Misty Step or with Blink. I know. Okay, so that sounds like a good plan to me. Alright, so we'll be telling all the other sprites this tomorrow, and we'll tell them about you. And the thing we're going to tell them. Alright. Stay subtle. How long has it been by this time? Because we've just been chatting away. Woohoo!
It's getting pretty close to time.
Okay. Whenever we put the chains back on, whenever we put the chains back on the troubled sprites, did we have to use the rod to put it back on, or did they just snap back on?
That was a different set of keys.
She's just got the regular binds. Now, these binds, do they look like they just snap back on, or are they going to need a magic item?
They just snap back on.
Okay, we're going to have to put it back on.
Roll an Arcana check.
I don't study magic. I don't know what you're talking
15.
about. 9.
It seems like this has been enchanted. It's some kind of magical item, and once it's clasped, it's reactivated and locked.
So currently it's useless piece of fabric.
Metal, yes.
Oh, it's metal. Ugh.
Metal.
I got a plan. Okay, so
Wait a second.
I'm going to reclasp it. Dispel Michiko. And wait.
What?
Because
You reclasped it?
if it's reclasped, she has to go get the rod. And we won't have to be as sneaky. That way we can know right now where they are. Thank you. Thank you.
Very clever.
You're fucking smart.
I'm just sneaky as all.
I would
Few
have
more
never
minutes go
fucking
by,
thought of that.
and eventually, she comes back in. Raven, before she does, looks like, oh, how do I need to do something? Do I need to behave a certain way?
We'll just behave super...
Stay timid.
Yeah.
Stay timid, man! Nora didn't do that.
I feel like I can do that. She sits back down, shoulders slumped, wings just hanging at her side.
Alright. So, whenever she turns her back, to go get the rod. I'm going to just pre-planning. I'm psyching myself up. Gonna pre-plan. I'm gonna
I'm scared.
make Michiko appear back of her skirt. Is her skirt like wavy? Does it have like pleats?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's not like a. It's not like a Southern Belle kind of gown. It's, like Downton Abbey. It's that kind of outfit.
Okay.
Simple, but not too simple.
All right.
I mean, there's padding in different areas. It hangs on her form.
Okay. Gotcha. I'm gonna.
After the time passes, you actually do hear a knock. You finished?
Bitch!
You
That's
may
what I
come
fucking
in.
thought.
Enter.
I say in my mind.
She enters and she looks. I'm like, it's not back in its cage. That's a start.
Well,
You have.
the collars. It was reclasped.
Great. She goes to take it.
Oh,
Fucking shit.
she can.
Yeah, that's fine.
Take the collar.
And takes it. I'll be back.
All right.
Watch her. Goes out of the room. Sleight of hand.
I waited till her back turned, just so you know. I'm not like on your face.
There's this giant boof.
Alien. The face hugger! Not the face huggers! Make a sleight of hand check.
No!
No! No! No!
Can I sneeze? Is it 2? Okay, sleight of hand.
6.
She notices you twist your wrist and she turns back around. What are you doing?
Carpal tunnel.
Make a deception check.
With guidance?
No!
Can I cast guidance?
No, not with guidance. Deception check.
No! What the fuck?
Deception is... Okay, 12. Oh, ouch.
Turns around and keeps walking.
Oh my god! I fucking knew it, dude. I fucking knew it.
She walks out. The door is shut behind her. You hear her footsteps clacking away.
I'm gonna scurry in the corner and
Through the eyes of Michiko, you just rustling fabric everywhere. You get this sense of nausea as just this swaying, kicking motion. You're like, heck, God. So you turn a corner, hear the rustling of keys from the right-hand side. As you glance up, you see the keys open the door. It actually pushes in.
To the
The row of succulents, the row of everything just undoes and swings inward, revealing the staircase to the basement. She descends, closes the door behind her. You hear it. She turns, relocks it, shuffles, walks down the stairs, rounds the corner, rounds the next corner, and goes into the far storeroom here.
Open it up a little bit. Let me see. Where's the stairs? Okay.
Okay, that was the one.
Rounds the next corner.
I saw the thing sticking out, I think.
No,
Is
that
the
was
one?
up at the other. What?
That was the right room. That what she just said. All of the protrusions.
All the rods were sticking out.
So when you're coming out of the basement, it's the room. It's
You take a
a
right.
right and then a left, all the way at the end on the right.
Goes over, takes the set of keys from her left, unfastens the door, swings it open, grabs this metal rod, taps, places the rod back, closes the door, relocks it, walks back up the stairs, undoes the lock, reshuts the door, locks it, walks back.
Alright, I'm gonna dispel Michiko.
Before she comes back, and yeah.
She walks back. Here. Hurry and put that on.
Alright,
I'll do it. I'll do it. Well, shit, those motherfuckers are tiny.
let's put it back on.
I know, they're super hard. I'm gonna super try to really gently put it back on her fucking neck. God damn it.
Make a dexterity check. As Talal and Jin are both back on your all shoulders.
17.
17. You take extra care and make sure that you don't pinch her hair. You try and clasp it over to the side. It looks like she's trying to get away, but she's trying to give you more room. You get that sense that she makes eye contact with you. Clasps with a you can see the sigils once again ignite. Goes on her wrists. She's still waiting in the cage as you place the top back over top. And relatches. She looks. You find out anything? This is magic or not?
Well, these things take quite a bit of finessing. We do suspect that she may have magical abilities, but we did not bring the sufficient materials to tell for certain. So we will bring them tomorrow, so we can tell for sure if she has the ability or not.
It sounds like something you need to discuss with my lady. One moment. She turns the corner and vanishes for a while. You hear, Raven, thank you for being gentle. I know that's not easy.
It's the least I could do.
I hope this works.
It will.
After about 5 or so minutes, Lady Leonara comes back with Alna at her side. Like, I heard that you suspect this one might have some kind of abilities? But it's going to take a while? How long is that going to take?
Well, specifically with our training, there's a ritual that we conduct in order to be able to bring forth their arcane abilities so that we can control them.
Trade secrets, you understand.
Of course.
Okay, hold on. DM, I kept wanting to say this earlier but I kept getting sidetracked. I was going to draw that symbol on Kinsey and Jin's arm in case she wanted proof, because I was going to like tell her about this. And I kept getting sidetracked, and I'm so sorry. But I swear I've been thinking about it for literally since Talal said something. Can I please draw the symbol on their arm?
Just 1 second, lady.
1 second.
Hang on 1 second. Hang on. This is totally believable, guys.
I'm sorry. I kept like wanting to mention it, but I always interrupt you, so I'm always like, ooh, I'm not gonna interrupt this time, and then I'll interrupt later on. But like, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Good point of clarification. So, resume.
Okay. And I will,
She's wearing this long, evening gown, by the way. This, very, very satin, mother of pearl color.
Okay, another question is the dresses that we bought in DM, do you think that would suffice as something of this party quality?
You can certainly try.
Can I roll a insight intelligence check for it?
Intelligence check would work.
Insight intelligence.
No, that's not good. That's only a 12.
I don't see why they wouldn't work.
What?
I don't see why they wouldn't work. I mean, sure, it's a dress, isn't it?
I know, but like, are her dresses significantly fancier than the ones we bought? I feel like we're gonna have to buy fancier dresses, bro.
No, we're trainers.
I know, but we can't be the schmuck, or she's not gonna let us in.
She may let us borrow one of hers. Anyway, it's fine. We'll
I don't want to borrow one of her
dresses.
dresses. I want to burn them.
We'll deal with this later.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Bro, I had all of my words planned out, and then I had to, like, stop. Damn it. Okay. Okay, let me,
Trade secrets, of course.
Trade secrets. But the way that we control their magic so that they can't use it just for anything, there's a ritual that we conduct, and it leaves a mark on them. And then I'll point to Talel, and hopefully he shows his arm.
As soon as you make that gesture, he picks up on it and
then I'll show her. I guess it's on this arm. I'll show her mine, and this is a way that we control them permanently.
Is it permanent, this mark? It's not very flattering.
I mean, it doesn't have to be on your arm. This was just convenient for me, and it's easily covered.
We are working on a way to make the mark invisible or permanently unseeable. So it is still there and you would still have the control, but it would not taint your pearly skin.
How long does this actually take? What do you need? I mean, you're trainers. You should have everything you need, right?
We do. We'd have to gather them tomorrow. There's a certain order of things that we have to go through, as it is a ritual. But we would need the subject. I puke in my mouth. In my mind at that word. I'm puking now. The ritual has to be cast under the moonlight. We would have to take her to cast the ritual.
And all those shops are probably already closed, so naturally you're going to need to pick everything up tomorrow before you arrive.
Yes, ma'am.
And one of you two have to bind to her? Can it be anybody?
We attune to them first, and we can transfer the attunement.
To
Since
others.
we are the trainers.
But you said you're proficient in all of this, right?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, surely we can bypass some of the rules.
Well, the only reason why it has to go through us first is because the ritual is a trade secret.
Oh. How much would you pay for a secret?
Depends on who would be present.
And she looks over. Alma, I know you usually have other plans for the evening, but perhaps I can make it worth your while? Now, Alma, of course, my lady. Anything for you? Like, go ahead and, Paul? Paul?
Paul!
Paul! Paul, after a few minutes, comes within 30 seconds or so, comes sprinting up. Yes, my lady? It's like, I need you to go fetch, one of my totes, would you? And it's like, yes, the one from my room, I give you permission. Yes, my lady. Darts back up the stairs. You hear his feet. He trips up the stairs.
Oh, the baby. So she's implying that she wants Alna to do this, right?
Tonight?
Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow.
Well, you said you needed the supplies. You need to get the supplies tomorrow, so
Okay,
I assume it has
okay.
to be
That's what
tomorrow.
I just wanted to make sure, because I just wanted to make sure I was following along properly.
Well, do you have a number in mind? I'm sure I can accommodate for a single trade secret, and I trust Alma with all of my secrets, don't I, Alma? Or Alma.
Alma.
Sorry.
That's so in character.
Bro, I'm thinking like, hello, my. Can Sophia and Mackenzie discuss for a moment?
Okay.
Blackmail shit on this bitch. I want all her money. I mean,
You're just going back and forth.
I mean, like, we were asking this much for. I mean, like, we could literally ask a trade secret. Okay, question. DM.
Yeah.
As a horse trainer, I mean, like, there's not really any trade secrets in horse training. I mean, like, we might have, like, a few things that we do that other people don't do. But, like, trade secrets, as a noble person, I would know maybe how much those could go for.
Depending on its potency, depending on how specialized it is, it can be very expensive.
So this is very special and very potent.
This would be very specialized, it's very unique. And so far, this is setting precedents. Or at least as far as she's aware.
So does the DM want to give me a number? Because
I'm thinking like 15,000.
Oh, I'm thinking like 20,000.
20,000.
I'm thinking, honestly, I was thinking like 50 originally, but that was the original number that came in my head. I was like 50,000 platinum, but that's too much. I want all the money in your. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you get the sense that she understands certain prices, she understands where certain ranges should be. And she would probably get a feeling if you were taking advantage of her.
Okay, so then what would... DM, I'm needing help. What would not be taking advantage, but only a little taking advantage, but not seem like
it's up to you.
Lowballing. I don't know!
Okay, I'm thinking 25,000, and then she can try to counter.
I mean, we could say 30,000 is what we would usually go for, and then say since she's a good business, since she's so good for business and stuff, and like she's a priority client.
Priority client, there you go.
We could go down to 25. Okay. 27.
Yes. Okay. Sorry.
29. I'm just kidding.
We're back.
Okay. What was the last thing she said?
What's it gonna cost?
What's it gonna cost? I'm gonna say that I kind of like lean back a little bit. Persuasion check. No, I'm just kidding. Persuasion me. Well, gold's enough persuasion for me, I suppose. Well, usually we wouldn't do this, but I suppose you are the best client we've had. Okay, good. Flattery. And you are a superb business partner to have in the future. I would say closer to 30,000 gold, but you have already been so kind and employed us and given us the opportunity to work with a number of sprites. I could go down to 25,000 gold for a trade secret. I can see if this doesn't work, I'm gonna kill myself. Oh god! I'm so terrified!
Make a persuasion roll.
I was literally shaking the entire time. That is a natural 20! Yes! That is a natural 20! Natural 20!
Oh my goodness.
We want money! Sorry.
She looks, eyes kind of raised, and she's like, rather steep price, but you have proven most effective. We've run our own, well, tests, as it were, and it does seem that whatever training you're giving is paying off. So, 25 it is.
Very.
Paul, as he is like carrying this hefty tote. I brought it, my lady. Sets it.
That was Sophia and Mackenzie, I'm sorry.
Like, thank you, Paul. I expect that we're going to continue business and that you will continue your dutiful service.
Of course. It would be our pleasure.
Wonderful. Well, as it is the end of the evening, I have my own affairs to attend to. Come, Alna. I expect you will have everything ready for tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Good. Do you need anything else? Does that need to come with you? Do you need any other things from us for tomorrow?
Not tonight, but tomorrow we will have everything prepared.
Tomorrow night we will perform the ceremony.
You'll do that here? Or can it be done here?
It's best done in an open field beneath as much moonlight as possible. We'll scout out an area as well.
We have a place in the gardens for such a thing, if that's what interests you.
Like she's saying in her gardens?
In her garden. Yeah, she's saying in her garden.
Shit.
Would that suffice? Do you want to take a look?
Please.
I don't know exactly what it is that you need.
I would like to take a look to see if it would, suffice. If that's okay.
Alright, Anna, lead the way. I'm going to be in my chambers. I'll be there whenever you're ready. And she goes off upstairs. Alna just gives this part. You can see it from beneath her closed eyelids, this eye roll. Of course, my lady. She just kind of looks and like, great. Come with me.
As she turns away, I'm gonna link with Nora real quick. I'm gonna be like, somehow we gotta get them away from these people, away from other eyes, though. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yes, well, we can just say that we can't do it in
Yeah.
the garden.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Well, I can make up something once I know what's around.
You all follow behind Alna as she leads you guys outside. Paul is taking a moment, and you can see as you all leave, he still has that look on his face. He still has this thing that's like on the tip of his tongue. But as you leave, you see he ducks into the room.
Into the room that we just left?
Yeah, into the sitting area where you've been training.
Interesting, interesting. I will follow Olna.
You all go outside, and it's a lovely garden. There are marble statues, lovely inlaid walkways, a few fountains, lovely pruned trees. You can see everything is beginning to bloom as it is the very early stages still of spring.
Is it super open?
Yeah, is it super open?
It's very open.
How big is it?
The initial courtyard is probably 50, 60 or so feet wide, by another 40 feet deep. And then it descends into stairs and then goes off into a further garden.
This certainly is a
Open
lovely,
area.
Is this gonna be
lovely
enough?
garden. It is quite open.
It's a bit open.
I
No.
would.
Trust.
Yes, we can try to use this area. We're still going to scout around to see if we can find
Our own area. Something we would feel more comfortable in.
but this might be a good spot. It would help if we saw it at night. But we'll
Just remember, I'm the one who has to walk back. If you'd be so kind.
keep you in mind. Okay, hang on. I have a DM question.
Yes?
In the library, what wall was Paul's hiding space? Was it the wall adjacent to the study? Or was it the opposite wall?
Bro, he's been listening in the whole time!
That's what I thought.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do.
Did they already take Raven away?
No, you didn't see. You all left before she was taken away.
Okay. Alright, okay.
This man's been snooping the whole
Oh,
time!
that's good though.
That is good. But what a little snoop!
I know, but he's
Little
okay.
snoop
Okay,
snap.
it's fine. So be like, okay, we'll let you know by tomorrow.
Fine. Come along.
So the garden, hold on, it's all open? Like, you can see where we're standing from the house?
Yes.
Okay, absolutely not. I don't say that out loud, but in my mind, I'm like, I think the fuck not.
Skirt, skirt.
Mm-hmm.
Woot woot.
This is the end of your third day. You all
Wait.
gather up your things.
I'm gonna see where Paul is. Is Paul still in the room?
He is.
Did Alna leave?
Yes, Alna showed you to the door, and you had some things to gather up, so she went about her business.
And then Raven is...
Gone.
And she's gone.
Okay. And Paul is still in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hang on, so... Oh, hello, Paul.
Hi. So sorry, I was just sitting here admiring the view. Do you need something? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be here. I'll go.
Oh, no, that's alright.
You're
Wait,
fine.
No, I really shouldn't be here. I'll go. Have a lovely evening. And he gives a quick bow and
As he leaves,
he's trying to walk out the door.
if there's anything on your mind, you can
Always come to
You
us.
can talk to us. We're gonna be here for a while, so I hope we can become friends.
Make persuasion roll.
Oh,
Can she get advantage since I said something too?
look how nice we are.
Sure.
Girls, and he's in puberty. 6 plus persuasion, 10. That's awful.
You get advantage. 'Cause
Oh!
she's chiming in.
Oh, I thought you said no. Okay, just come on.
No, I said yes.
No!
Why?
I should have rolled my persuasion.
It's
way
fine.
better.
I got a 10.
10. Thanks.
You sure? It seems like there's something on your mind. Was
No,
Olna being taken?
no. I shouldn't. No, it's not my business. It's not my business.
No.
Gathering up your things, gathering up your coin, your belongings. You head out once again, turning your back on the ill-fated building, and head down the street, down the tiers, to the very familiar shop, which is not on this particular list, it's on a different list. Sorry. Suta and Thorn's Scriptorium. You walk up, knock on the door, and enter. Raymond is currently helping a couple of other customers, but he gives you all a quick grin with a little wave as he finishes up, wraps up everything up, binds it. Like, all right, you just have a good day now. Here. Everybody leaves, and shortly after, closes the door and locks it. How's today? He pushes his glasses back up onto his nose.
It was alright. Things are coming together a little bit. We have more of a tentative plan that we're spreading through, circulating it to the sprites. I think Talavin wanted to ask you something.
Yes, do you have any... I didn't get to look through all of your magical scrolls while we were here, but do you have any scrolls that are like dispel magic, darkness, and maybe suggestion or charm person?
I do have a couple of dispel magics. They're basic levels, so if it's anything a little bit higher, it might not work, but they're basic level. Darkness? No, I don't have any darkness. And you said charm person or
Suggestion.
suggestion? I do have one suggestion.
We might need those for this plan to work. You said you wouldn't mind helping out.
Right. I'll go get him. He goes off to one of the shelves and begins pulling out the scrolls.
We're not telling him our plan.
What was that? I can't hear you.
I'm whispering.
We're whispering.
Whispering isn't talking.
Raymond can't hear us. Raymond doesn't need to know the plan. Is Vin there?
As soon as he locked the door on the counter, you can actually see Vin does reappear.
Where is he?
Huh?
On the counter.
He's not near Raymond?
No, he's on the counter. He was hanging nearby some candles. Not candles, but like the candelabra like wick kind of thing.
And so Raymond's back's to us?
Yeah, he's working on stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to Vin with my back to Raymond, kind of blocking Vin a little bit.
Hello? See, we're all in one piece still.
For now. I just have a couple questions for you if you don't mind.
Sure. Is Talal and he looks and like, he gives a wave and is like, good to see you all are doing all right. And Talal just kind of shakes his head and he's like, it was rough today.
This is gonna sound really weird, but I do like a mind link thing. Can I talk to you so that I'm not speaking out loud?
Mind link?
Yeah. I'm not gonna be able
How
to
does
read your
that-
thoughts or anything. And I'm saying this very softly.
Okay. For kicks and giggles, roll a sleight of hand. This is to see how subtly you can do something. Or stealth. Roll stealth.
13.
I think you're being pretty stealthy.
No, I'm not being stealthy at all. Does he let me? Does he say it's okay?
Sure, that's all right. Is everything all right?
And I'll link with him.
Oh dear, that does not feel very pleasant at all. I don't feel mind controlled or anything. How does this work?
And then through my link, I'm just gonna say, I just think what I want to say to you.
Oh goodness, I don't like that at all.
Don't speak out loud. Just you
Why
can.
not?
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell if he was or not. I don't know if he was or not. But I'm just gonna be like, you continuously say that you don't trust Raymond. I understand the situation that you're in, but is there anything about him that really is untrustworthy?
Back through the link, he says, to be fair, I don't really trust any big folks since everything actually happened. Still on the fence about you two. Well, you two and your friend, but Talal seems to trust you, which is enough for me for now.
I'm just worried the more people that we don't know that are involved, the less likely this could go through well, if you know what I mean. And as much as I'm more than willing to use him, I don't know if I trust him.
Well, that definitely makes all of us for each other, isn't it? I mean, I can relatively peer into... I have an idea of people's relative intent, or at least their nature. Raymond seems good enough, but... You know, I naturally, after everything that happened, I mean... You grow up in a certain environment all your life, and you're told, you know, like, certain individuals are just not trustworthy, you need to be careful, you need to be wary, they have tricks, they have everything else up their sleeves. It's a little hard to get over that. Forgive me for, saying it so bluntly, but naturally I'm suspicious of everyone now.
Well, that's totally understandable.
I'm sure that you've been raised with some kind of... Be careful, don't walk around at night. Be sure to, lay traps around your camp so that things don't come get you, because if you don't, then you'll be, snatched in the night. Surely you've got something along those lines. There's some things that are just ingrained in you, and frankly, it doesn't help that you are significantly larger than I am. No offense, you're actually quite slender for, an elven kind.
Thank you, I guess.
Point being, I'm naturally suspicious of everyone.
And I would like you to keep being suspicious.
Oh, I'm not going to stop.
But I definitely want you to keep an eye on Raymond. I don't trust him. I don't know his intentions. I don't know him. I know Nora. And I trust her. And I trust Zoom. But I don't know him. And I don't trust him. And I want this to work. And I can't have him fuck it up. For any reason. I don't care what reason it is.
At this point, Raymond actually does come back and he's like, here, I found some of these and actually managed to find an additional darkness.
And I'll kind of like step away, still keeping eye contact, so if he does say something back to me, he can. But like, just kind of like, as if we were having a conversation and now our conversation is over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he sets the scrolls out and is like, you know how to use these, right?
I do not. I don't think I do.
I mean, like...
It's essentially, you need to read it, and then you try and use your arcane ability. And in that moment, if it takes effect, I mean, there's a chance that it might not work, depending on, if you roll poorly or not. If you... Sorry.
I think there was one more.
If you read poorly.
Smooth.
Thank you. Is there anything else that I could help you with? You're kind of useless. I've been invisibility.
You wouldn't have
I actually have one of those.
Huh?
Right. Let me see. Are you looking for the normal or the greater?
There's multiple. God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the other one's like really hard to use.
Invisible.
Pardon?
If I was just trying to turn myself invisible for, I don't know, a little while, 10 or more minutes, preferably more than 10 minutes.
That's the normal kind. Let me see what I can.
What's the greater kind?
Oh, the other one. If you can keep attacking and they still can't figure out where you are.
How high is that one?
He goes off.
Bring that one too. I want to look at it.
Begins searching through. In the meantime, he looks and Vin looks back at you and he's like, I mean, I've been with him long enough to at least have a basic understanding of his various behaviors. I mean, naturally I'm still suspicious of everyone, but I think he's all right. If he were going to do something to me, he'd already have done it, at least by now.
Well, I'm just worried. Back through my link. I'm just worried.
He says this through the link.
That if he gets his hands on more of you, that might change.
You think he's power crazy?
I don't know what anyone is, but I don't want to assume better and get stabbed in the back.
Certainly, but at the same time, it might be behoove us to at least try and place some kind of trust in those who we know we can, right? I mean, I trust Talal, and I guess vicariously that means I relatively trust you. If we're so concerned inward, we might not be able to see what's forward. If that makes any sense, or at least that's what Talal would say.
Does sound like Talal. I just want to make sure we're keeping our eyes open.
I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Well, then I trust you.
Like I said, if he were going to do something, he would have already done it, and he would have kept the others, the ones that he did manage to help.
Which ones did he manage to help? What?
Did you say Raymond helps him?
Raymond did manage to help a couple.
Who? He mentioned that other people had bought them, and he did the same thing to them that he did to us with Talel. Okay, forgot about that.
I didn't remember that.
And you're sure they got away?
I watched them fly away. I only stayed because I feel guilty about leaving. Knowing what's going on, trying to do something about it, but, I mean, and not to disrespect Raymond, but, I mean, he's, a bit bullish.
Not very scary.
He's not necessarily the bravest of the bunch. He's very skilled and talented in his own right, but in a head-on confrontation, he's not really the strongest. I mean, the fact that he even managed to utter any kind of word when you came at him with your sword blazed with lightning, that in of itself was a miracle.
Alright, I feel a lot better. I feel significantly better.
And to be fair, yes, we've relatively established that we can trust you within a certain degree, but how do we know that's not just to gain our temporary trust? We have to rely on at least accounts of what's going on, right? Right? I don't know. I'm still suspicious of all of you.
What's happening in your head, and I can't help you.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Anyway, and he doesn't break the link, but he begins talking out loud. He's like, anyway,
I'll break the link.
He's like, I don't like that at all. Talal, why don't you and Jen come down and tell me what you found out? Perhaps I can prove some kind of aid. And he jumps down. They both go over and they begin conversing. Spice and Wood actually join them as they all begin kind of sitting down near the candelabra, tossing out different ideas. Jen absent-mindedly is braiding Spice's hair.
Is she doing okay? She looking a little...
She's looking rough. She just seems drained. She seems very disheartened, very sad. Especially since you all have seen quite a number of sprites and have yet to see her parents.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I was hoping we'd see her parents since we were seeing new groups every day. So does she know if her parents got taken in the same group as her originally? But they got separated when she got sold?
Well, they should. Although, if she has that special arcane ability,
I mean, they could have.
They may have gone ahead and taken their rings.
I know, but that doesn't technically mean they're dead.
This is just me. I'm sorry. I'm going to give Raymond some money for the scrolls.
He comes up and he has only a single invisibility scroll as he sets it down. Like, I'm sorry, that's all I actually have.
No, this is. Is it the greater or the lesser?
It's the normal. It's just the normal.
So he gave me. He brought down which one? The invisibility.
He has one invisibility. I think one. Or no. It's 3 darkness, 1 suggestion, and then there was one other that you said right before that.
Charm.
3 darkness.
He doesn't have any charm. He has 1 suggestion. I think 3 darkness.
Dispel magic?
Oh yeah, it was dispel magic.
Oh, it was dispel magic, yeah, he managed to find 2 of those.
Those are just one use, like you can't use it on multiple...
That's right.
And you said he didn't have, so he had invisibility, 3 darkness, 1 suggestion, 2 dispel magic?
That's right.
And what about you?
What about me?
Would you be willing to help us?
I mean, I don't really know what else I can do, short of actually going with you.
If we were able to get you in, would you be willing to help?
Well, yeah, if I can, absolutely. I mean, I've got a couple of things here and there, but if I can run some kind of distraction or be out there in front of everybody, main thing being Well, one, if I wasn't necessarily invited, I'd need to hear how you guys plan to get me in.
Well, we do have this invisibility.
That's true. And I could probably do something along those lines myself.
Vin can cast it.
Is Vin's ability he can cast invisibility on himself or someone else?
It's an innate ability.
But Raven's wasn't.
Right. Raven can, but she can also cast.
Okay.
But he said he can do it himself?
It's an innate ability. It's something that he can.
No, Raymond, sorry. Raymond said he could do it himself?
Right, yeah.
Like, we wouldn't have to use the spell, the scroll?
That's right.
Because he could come in with us, visibly. What about... when you're invisible, can you, like, unlock doors? Oh, I guess as soon as you use a spell, it would...
That's right. The moment you make yourself, if you utter any kind of word, if you get bumped into, if a bunch of other things happen, you get seen. It's dispelled.
I mean, there is the hiding place that Paul told us about. We could sneak him in and just keep him there for temporary.
I mean, that's a fucking small ass space to be sitting in for a long time.
He's invisible.
Oh, wait a second. How long does your invisibility last?
An hour.
We're supposed to go to the party early.
Mm-hmm.
Intelligence check. Would Raymond be able to fit into that hidey hole in the library?
Yeah, make an intelligence check.
That is cocked. Okay, that's good.
Raymond, can you crouch down and, like, hold for a second? Just let me see your
16.
size. Let me see your size.
16? Raymond isn't necessarily a bulky guy. He's not spindly, but he's definitely more on the lean side. So if he crouched down, he could probably wheedle himself in there.
It would be uncomfortable as fuck, though.
It would be very uncomfortable, especially for an extended period of time, but he probably could maneuver himself in such a fashion.
But yeah, he'd be in, and he would be close to the door.
Yeah.
And he has dispel magic. Do you have the ability to unlock doors?
Magic doors?
I do have a couple of things that I could probably bring along. Different artifacts and so forth. I mean, usually we try and, keep those on the down low, make sure that people pay the right price for them. But given the circumstances, I think this would probably be worth it. It only has one use, though. Or at least the one that I have.
What about a invisible door?
Invisible door?
I mean, like,
It's hidden.
It's, like, hidden.
It's a hidden door.
It's hidden.
As long as I had a keyhole, I could probably get a hold of something.
Alright.
Hopefully you won't have to use it. We're going to try to get the keys tomorrow night.
Oh, goodness. That should prove interesting. How are you going to manage that?
Well,
A lot of magic.
yes. So, let's see. I guess we can fill them in on, like, the basics, like the mark
Yeah.
apparently
okay.
that we're gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah, so Nora's oh yeah, tomorrow night, we found there's a sprite with spellcasting abilities that through much finagling we're going to get to
Take her out.
Yes, we get to take her out. And she'll be able to help us tomorrow. But hang on, I'm losing my words. Oh yes. Some of the staff members are going to
One
observe.
of them.
Yes.
Olna is gonna.
Oh no, there's a girl. She is the one who has all of the keys. She has access to all of the keys for the sprite cages, and I think we're going to try to kidnap her.
Yep.
We are going to try to kidnap her.
And then we're going to
Right.
cast suggestion on her.
Ah. Right.
So wait a second. Question, DM, for the scrolls. So obviously I don't have any of these. So like I would have to roll for it to work, right? But if she has them, she could use them and not use a spell slot?
Essential. She would still have to roll, but I think it's less.
Oh, it's less for me?
Yeah, like the DC.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh. I have a higher arcana, I believe. No, our arcana is the same.
Yeah, my arcana is not really high. But, because I think you should definitely take this suggestion, because your DC would be lower. You'd have a better chance of it working with you than with me.
Wait, but why?
So you already have suggestion, and you
Yes.
can use it,
Yes.
but I can't.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
have
that's
that
what you
level
mean.
spell.
Gotcha.
And so my DC, like, if the DC's 15, like, or say the DC for you would be like, you have to roll a 13 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
For me, since I don't even have that spell, it'd be like a 15 or higher.
Or if you cast it, I could do...
Just as an example, I don't know what you would have that.
I could do...
If the spell is on your class's spell list, but at a higher level, you can cast it normally, but you do have to roll an ability check.
What is that?
So you don't have to have it prepared. The way I read this is you don't have to have it prepared, but if your class has this spell, then you can use it as long as it's on as long as you roll an ability check.
Okay, because I do have it,
Because if you have it, then I have it. Because I'm a warlock and a cleric.
You're a blood hunter.
But I used warlock spells.
Yeah, but you're not at the same... You took a
Kinda.
level in cleric, so... Okay.
Well, I mean, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, I would be able to have...
Because if you use the suggestion spell, I could do Sign of Ill Omen and give her disadvantage on wisdom.
You couldn't do both?
No. Well, since it's a scroll, no. I can't... No, suggestion with the scroll would still be concentration, right? We're just throwing all the questions at you today.
No, that one, because it's a spell scroll, it would just last for the 8 hours. Until they get hurt.
Okay, so I could still do Sign of Ill Omen and do the scroll...
After? And it wouldn't break her concentration?
Right.
So she could do Sign of Ill Omen and then cast the spell suggestion with the scroll, and that would work.
Yes.
But the issue would be, is we have to cast that on her. We have to cast it on her several times. If we were to, like, recast things, would it be easier to recast things on them? Or would it be the same?
You don't know. You're gonna have to try and find out.
I guess I'm just kidding.
So...
I don't have anything to cast on people.
We may not have to kidnap her. We may just be able to talk to her the next day. Because if we're the last people she's seen with and then she disappears, that's going to be suspicious.
Gonna be sus.
We could just try to cast it on her the next day. Yeah.
People, okay, when you cast sleep, do people realize they've had sleep cast on them when they wake up?
They just wake up and realize that they passed out, and they don't know why.
They don't know why? What if you were to cast sleep on her, and then I was to draw the tattoo on her, and she fell asleep during the ritual, and that's part of the ritual? And then I draw the tattoo on her. And then we draw it on Raven.
Okay.
And that way we don't have to cast suggestion on her. Everybody thinks it worked.
And then we get Raven to sit on her shoulder.
Yeah.
But though I think the lady wanted, Lady Ellaloth wanted her to be the one with the mark on her.
Well, no, because we said that the mark is the one, but you can attune it to somebody else without the mark.
Mm-hmm.
So she wanted her to have the mark so that she could attune to Raven after. Is that right?
I thought we were gonna attune it to us.
Well, that's what we were originally going to do. But she said she didn't want Raven attached to us.
Oh, and that's why.
That's why Olna got involved.
Oh, okay. I thought she just wanted her to watch. Okay.
No, she wanted her because she didn't want us to have that tattoo. She wanted Olna to have the tattoo. Because she didn't want to have the tattoo.
Okay. And then we could just get Raven to play along without the. Well, would that work? Get Raven, because she would have the collar taken off and just get her to stay on Olna's shoulder until.
Or Lady Ellaloth.
Oh, yeah. Let me see, playing it through. So we do it on her. I could cast sleep, and then it would just kind of be like, oh, like you passed out whenever the ritual happened, and then we can draw it on.
How long does it last? Sleep.
Sleep? Full 8 hours, I think. They're passed out for like the full rest. I'm gonna check. It's one that I used a couple times. It's in my very first campaign.
I've never used it. Because it's a splash effect, so it's any being within the vicinity. So we could tell her that it's likely that... whenever we get there, we can tell her that it's likely she may pass out or feel a little bit dizzy.
And that's perfectly normal.
Yeah.
Tell her that I passed out.
And then that we can use that as an excuse to get to the mansion earlier because we bring her back.
Yeah.
We bring her back early.
And we just tell them, we could literally say that. We could be like, after the ritual, usually the connection's so strong that they pass out. And then we have to keep them near each other. And so we can just be like, when the ritual's over and they've woken back up, then we'll bring them back. That way it's not suspicious that we're coming back early and they're not gone all night and all day.
Let's see.
Depending on how long it even takes us.
Because we'll have to take her to a different place. We can't do it.
Yeah, no.
We could just do it in the mansion.
It has to be...
And then we stay during the night. We have to look over her.
I know, but she said that, but Citron said that there was more guards the night before.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we won't do it at night, but they're giving us an excuse to be there during the day, like earlier in the day. Okay, let's see. We go there.
Well, then we're also gonna have to, like, come up with a fucking ritual. If we're gonna do it in front of a bunch of people. Because, come on, bro. You know she's gonna be watching. Or she's gonna have somebody else watching.
Spinley's gonna be watching. You!
I will cut off his head and feed it to him.
How do you even do that?
I will find a way.
Okay. So we have the scroll. So I guess I will take the the suggestion scroll. Okay.
And I can technically use the rest of them.
Yeah.
Except for darkness. Can you use darkness?
No.
Oh, that's not really
I don't
that.
have access to darkness. That's okay. Alright, so...
Can the sprites
Remember
use
that
scrolls?
Remember that sleep takes a minute to cast.
Okay. Did I write that down? I did not write that down. 1 minute to cast. That's fine.
Can that be a ritual, though? If it's gonna take that long?
No,
Like ritual that shit.
It'll be alright.
We're gonna have to make sure we have all our spell slots before we go do this, though.
We need to do a play-by-play. Think it through, because if we get to this and it's not working... Okay, so the next day we're going to go there and we'll have all of our elements that we'll have to set up and stuff. We'll probably train sprites throughout the day, and we need to tell them that we're going to help them the next evening, right before the auction. In that we know where the rods are. We know how to get them out. Yes, so we'll tell them that. Technically it would be the Friday, but the days of the week aren't the same, but it's the 5th day, so. And then we'll tell them that throughout the day. And then once it reaches nighttime, we will take Ulna somewhere. We will take her out into a field or something, and on the way we're going to tell her, like, side effects may include dizzy, nausea, vomiting, passing out.
Because technically, during the ritual, you could cast sleep on her and she wouldn't even know it could be part of the ritual. She might just...
Exactly. But then whenever she'd wake up, she'd be suspicious. Or I could cast it,
Oh,
because
no,
the only
I
thing
just mixed up.
Uh-oh.
Sleep takes 1 action, and it only lasts for a minute. I was double checking.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think it lasted that long.
Okay.
Um...
I need to write that down.
Intelligence check. Could I draw a tattoo that fast on her arm?
We
In a
could
minute?
wrap her arm.
Yeah.
Make an intelligence check.
I mean, we could.
I mean, it's not like a tattoo. It's just like ink. I'm just drawing it on her, but like...
We could just say we'll just say that we're doing the new technique. We said we've been trying to work on a new technique that doesn't leave a mark. But we'll just wrap up her arm and be like, oh, like we tried the new technique to see if it leaves a mark or not. In my head, I was like, it's like the Emperor's new clothes. I was like, oh, so like we tell all these people who are wearing sprites, like, oh yes, you have this mark, it's invisible, that it links them to you, but really they just like can fly away whenever they want. But we don't have time for that.
We're really dumb.
Okay, so Alma, and then what are we gonna straight up kidnap her or let her leave? Are we gonna take the keys from her then and just say like she wasn't feeling well after the ritual? So we took her back to, I think that would arise suspicion. She's the lady's handmaiden.
Yeah.
So she's gonna need to be there to dress her in the morning. I didn't realize we were supposed to put the mark on her, is the only issue.
I mean, I can draw it in a minute, I think. Or we can say that, you know, we're going to try the new technique on her, and then Raven will just have to trust us and not fly away when we fake put her on her shoulder, which is what she's going to like.
I think Raven will comply.
I mean, just feels...
I mean, you can link with Raven and tell her this whole thing. Be like, this is what you're going to need to do. You will be able to fly away, but you won't be able to yet.
Yeah.
Because, of course, Lady Ellaloth is going to want to, like, show off, like, oh, look, my handmaiden has this thing, and look,
I mean,
my
she's
trainer
not
has
going to
this
want the
and this.
handmaiden to have it. She's going to want her to have it, though. She'll probably just keep the handmaiden near her and think that that's enough.
Well, she'd be like, oh, look, I have expendable servants to be guinea pigs.
What if we told her that she could attune to Raven, but she has to be like, but Olna has to be with her for like a certain amount of time, so that Olna cannot leave Lady Ellaloth's side, and because that would be the best time if there's a different set of keys, or we somehow get the keys off her. She doesn't notice. Is there any way to like copy stuff like that? Like, I know like in this real world you can like make a copy of a key, but like I don't really assume that there's anything in fantasy world that can do that.
It sounds like a very lucrative business.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
So, does minor illusion have sound effects? No, that wouldn't work. Never mind.
I don't
was
think-
thinking...
I think major image does, but I don't.
Yeah, I think major image does. They can actually do damage.
What about phantasmal force?
Mm-mm.
No, that's a big projected image. Oy, this is the hard part. Fine. Okay.
I mean, technically, I could cast thaumaturgy every time she moves and make it sound like keys. Every time she moved.
Okay. Yeah, we can't kidnap her. We're gonna have to leave Raven with her and just tell Raven that we are going to have a... Wait, Raven can cast invisibility. And she can fly. And she has dispel magic.
Why is this so hard?
Because there's so many unknowns, that's why.
My brain is going to
That's
explode.
why.
Sometimes I'm almost jealous of the Mighty Nine. Because they just fucking go in guns a-blazing. They just fucking shit works out sometimes, man.
You could.
Okay,
You
well,
can.
I think
You
we're
can if you
stuck.
want.
We're stuck in like a mind rut. So,
Yeah.
main thing, we do the thing with Olma, leave Raven with her. We can't play with unknowns, but they probably won't do anything to her. If Raven is able to just display a little thing, we could say it takes a while for them to like fully attune, like they have the mark and stuff, or the invisible mark. We could put like a little dot or something, or like wrap her arm. We'll wrap it and be like, there may be a mark, there may not be a mark. We tried a new technique on you. I could cast a little bit of... Do I have poison spray? Yeah, a little bit of poison spray to make her, like, feel nauseous and be like, oh, that was an awful procedure.
I think...
Talel, actually, because they've stopped talking and they're listening intently to the plan. Talel actually speaks up and says, I actually could try to concoct something. If we went back to the room, I'd have to stay up all night, but I could probably try and concoct something that she should drink? Something that would make her feel ill. Off. It would take all night, and I don't know how much use I would be tomorrow.
We could do that.
Wood also speaks up after seeing kind of this spark of... this familiar spark of bravery in Talel speaking, and Wood also chimes in. You say you need people to help dispel magic and stay unseen. I can actually help accommodate, if necessary.
He has invisibility too. Oh my god. I get invisibility myself. Get that ass down into that fucking basement and fucking just let everybody go.
Yes. Let's see, so... Casting invisibility... That would definitely give us an advantage. Or to be invisible. Can you cast it on 2 people at once? Like on yourself and on one of us?
No, it'd only be on one of you.
But I have an invisibility scroll.
Yes, you do.
So technically he could cast it on himself and me.
Because we don't need Dispel Magic as much if we can have the keys, and if we can have...
Well, we're
the
going to need the
rods.
keys either way. The keys and the rods. To be able to unlock the door to get downstairs and open all the doors down there. And get all the sprites out of their cages. Because you can just spell the magic around... Wait a second. We don't even have to just spell the magic around the cages if we just open them.
Because we have the keys and we'll have the rods. So the main thing is Dispel Magic is for the sprites upstairs. Since we know where the rods are now. We know where they are. So, all we have to do, if we could just get down there, we just need to get down there and stay hidden, hopefully. We will have to slip out. And maybe one of us has to distract her during the party. And one of us goes down.
I'm not as much worried about her as who's going to be downstairs. Because she's going to be wanting to be upstairs showing off to all her friends.
Mm-hmm.
Because as far as I can tell, she doesn't go down there. Nor does she have any interest to go down there.
No.
So I think the only issue would be getting the keys and getting down there and dealing with what's down there.
Mm-hmm. We know what the keys are. It's just, how do we get them without making them prematurely suspicious? I think the way to do it would be to make Olma ill. And then she has to lay in bed all day and be, like, unconscious. And she won't have her keys.
Is this thing that you make her drink, can it make her unconscious for an extended period of time? Say, 12 hours?
Or just
It would make her want to probably sleep for some time, but it might only last 2 or 3 hours. The ill effect would last much longer, but her actually being partially unconscious, that's a different matter.
So I'm thinking...
Is there a way, perhaps, because you keep saying suggestion, is there a way to suggest that she completely advocates for this particular event, for this binding, that it was a success even though she feels ill? Have something along those lines, and that you all should work immediately with everyone.
Work immediately with everyone?
From that point, possibly with a little bit of sway, she provides the keys, or once she goes about her various daily routines, she hits some kind of trigger, or some kind of moment, and then she brings the keys to you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it only lasts 8 hours, so we would have to do it
later in the day.
It would be in the morning after the ritual, or the supposed ritual.
Yes.
And
So
we'd have to
she
do
was...
it, I would want to do it as late as possible, just so that we had plenty of time. I mean,
Go
so
your way
are
back.
you saying that you want to do the getaway before the party? Because we can't have the keys all day and during the party. I feel like that's... Eventually, the suggestion will wear off and she'll wonder where her keys are.
It lasts for 8 hours, correct? Unless she's injured.
8,
Yes,
9,
it-
10, 11, 12.
it lasts
1,
for
2,
8
3,
hours.
4.
Until they
That would only
finish.
give us till 4 o'clock.
On your way there, if you walk there, on your way back, say that she's going to suffer some kind of ill effects. Say that she's, in the morning she's going to need to take it easy. Preface this tomorrow when she goes with you for this supposed ritual. That way, the other handmaiden will be already prepared. I assume she has one. If she's a proper lady, she should have someone who also understands how to dress her.
Okay, so...
Go ahead and say that she's going to suffer some ill effects, that the first time is never very easy, and from that point, to have the potion that I give her, have the sleep, have everything, and then sometime in the morning, whenever you walk her back in the afternoon, whenever you all are meant to be there, that's when you cast suggestion.
I mean, that's what I wanted to cast suggestion.
And we could tell her to go
This would be the day
to
of
her bed. Yeah,
the
we could
event,
tell her
however.
just to go to her room and take it easy for 8
Give us the
hours,
keys.
and then we just take
Give
the
us the
keys.
keys.
From that point, she reaches some kind of trigger, perhaps at a particular time, at a particular moment, she all of a sudden remembers something and comes to bring you the keys. That's how it can work, right?
I mean, can't we just say when we come back after she's been ill all day, come back and be like, can we check on her and make sure she's not, something weird's not happening with her, and then cast suggestion on her?
Mm-hmm. We can do that. It has to be very precise. And what kind of trigger would it be? How about after... Let's see, no, because this is Friday. Can it be like the ringing of a clock or something at a specific time? Or...
What if she doesn't have a clock in her room? I think it would be the next time she sees you would be a good trigger.
After casting suggestion, the next time she sees us?
Correct. Then she would feel compelled to retrieve the keys.
I mean, she usually has the keys on her.
Yes.
And not if she's ill.
Wait a second.
Not if she's laid up in her room.
Couldn't we just suggest to her after the next time she sees us to go fucking unlock all the sprites?
Mm-hmm. We could do that. So the next time, because that way we would have someone to help us.
She would want... Remember, the lady will probably want her by her side, though, if she's attached to Raven.
Okay, so...
She can't unlock the keys. She can't unlock everything for you simultaneously.
That's true.
I didn't know she was...
She's either going to have to be ill and be ready for the party that evening and then just so happen to bequeath the keys to you. Or be a renegade. Completely.
Okay, so she will be... I can cast suggestion more than once.
And we have...
We can just... Okay, so you'll give her the ill spell, and she'll take it easy for the morning, and then she will resume some of her duties, and then, let's see. We can come check on her after the spell is starting to wear off, and then I can cast suggestion on her and say, let's see, so the time zone. So we're supposed to get there at about 2. And hang on, maybe it would help. What time did she say the party actually starts?
6 or 7. Later in the evening.
Okay.
And so what time would we actually want to release the sprites? To actually...
Probably when it's dark. At least by the time it's dark. About what time does it usually get dark?
Right now, with it being the springtime, it probably gets dark around 6 or so. This is an evening party.
Right, so time. We get there at 2, and... Let's see. They didn't say what time that the auction starts.
We don't technically know about that, except for...
You don't know about...
Yeah, I know, but Citron didn't say what time it usually starts. I mean, I guess they don't provide clocks for the sprites.
They each have their own apartment. They each have...
Oh!
If she really wanted to be classy, she would.
Right. Okay, so... I feel like there's just such a simple solution. Make her ill, take her there. The only thing is she'll want to be at the party. I mean, I assume she won't have her keys at the party.
I mean, so what I was saying is we can say that she has to be next to the lady in order to attune Raven to the lady. And therefore, she wouldn't be able to leave Lady Ellaloth's side the entire night. And after we cast it, well, and then maybe that way Lady Ellaloth, well, again, I don't know if she'd trust us enough to let us go get sprites from downstairs.
No, she wouldn't. And then they would know. Okay, so how about... I like the idea of casting it right before we make it to the gate. So that way it's not like... it's less chance of being caught. So we would be casting it around 2 o'clock. So then that would last until 10. And so we tell her... Like, that's... Like, her being ill is the reason why she wasn't... the reason why she wasn't there earlier, or the reason why she didn't return that night.
Well, we could definitely say that we have to keep watch over her throughout the process. We could say that it takes during the night the ritual, but she's ill the next day, and we have to keep watch over her.
Mm-hmm. So then we make it there at 2 o'clock with her under suggestion to say, the next time that you see us, you're going to give us your keys. But wait, if she's in her room, just... chillin', wouldn't she give her keys to someone else? Okay, we were on a roll and then...
We started slipping because we started doing all the self-doubt.
All of the self-doubt. Okay, no more self-doubt. We're just gonna... Okay, I'm gonna write it down. is how we help. We need to write it down.
Yeah, buddy.
This is game day. I'm titling it game day. Pre-game day, okay? So we are going to
So 4th day,
train
right?
sprites.
One of us should go look for like a clearing, an area to do the ritual, because we can't do it in the yard.
Right. Hey Raymond, is there an open field anywhere around here?
Away from prying eyes?
There's some right outside the city.
Like, pretty close?
Yeah, I'd say pretty close. I mean, you'd have to go outside the gates, but if you're looking for inside the gates, there is a nice garden-like area. It's on the other side of town. If you're looking for clearing.
It's pretty away from people?
Give or take.
Alright, fair enough. Okay, so Raven Ritual. And then under that we're going to give Olna sick potion. Okay, and then that equals her having to stay the night. Okay, so then the next day, then this is actually game day. We arrive.
So the sick spell will make her fall asleep for a little while?
That's right.
Arrive at 2 p.m. with Olna. And then we cast, see, at 2 p.m. so it makes it about 10. Yes. So, cast suggestion and just say, so we, this is where I get stumped. Cast suggestion and tell her.
So we're casting suggestion on her while she's in the house, in a room, by herself?
Why not say whenever she sees you at the event? When she sees you at the event, everybody's already going to be in their places. When she sees you there at the event, tell her to come and sleight of hand the keys to you.
Okay. Yes. So we'll drop her off whenever we arrive at 2 p.m. and cast suggestion.
And just say it, tell her when she sees us at the party to give us all the keys necessary to free the sprites. Completely. Wording is everything.
You know me so well.
Oh, yes I do, yes I do, yes I do. It only took me 26 years.
Give us all.
Necessary to free the sprites. Hopefully she's not a complete dipshit and takes that as, oh, just enough to release the bindings. But I mean, honestly, at that point, we just snatch them bitches, get the fuck out, and just spell magic them later on. I don't know.
Because if we did that, then the rods, she may go downstairs and get the rods. Does that count as a key? You know what? We're just gonna find out. There's no point in suggesting or in questioning it. So, game day, arrive at 2 p.m. with Olna. Cast suggestion when you see us at the party. Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand us. Do not fucking throw that shit at me. I will kill you.
Sleight of hand us all the keys necessary to free the sprites. And then she will, let's see, sick potions, stay the night.
Is that just one sentence? Can't you give two sentences for a suggestion?
One sentence. One short burst sentence.
It says 1 to 2.
But It's very brief. Like, it's very small and brief. Okay. All the to free the sprites. Okay, so then party starts at 6.
So intelligence check real quick though. With suggestion, would she willingly give up information and be like, oh yeah, no, I gave those keys to such and such, if asked?
Under suggestion, it's a 1 to 2 short burst sentence, which they're meant to follow. It would probably be one or the other. It's either tell us the information or give us the keys.
No, I mean, like, if somebody asked her, oh, where are your keys at? She would be like, oh, such and such has them. Us. While she's under the suggestion.
Yeah. She would probably do something like that, yeah. If someone asked.
Could I say, let's see, when you see us at the party, secretly give us all the keys necessary to free the sprites? Nah, because then the secretly is just a gift. That's fine. You know what? No one's gonna ask.
What if you ask her to leave the keys somewhere, and you happen to walk by at that precise moment and take them?
That's much better. That's much better.
How come other people can come up with this stuff and we're over here busting our balls
it's
so we can't come up with it?
It's medicine. Okay,
I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean exactly.
It means you know exactly how this could work out perfectly.
She has all the information.
And you're like
why.
hinting at it. But we're just not fucking catching it.
Okay.
I'm Talal. I don't have any of that information.
No,
all I
Talal
know
is
is that if you're trying to... All I know is if you're trying to get one particular person to do something else, it's far easier to tell them to do one particular thing and all of a sudden have that person get in trouble than, disclose the information. If you have it left in a particular place, you keep close, keep eyes on her, or have one of us keep eyes on her. And then when the right moment comes, we come and snatch the keys. Simple.
How about whenever the first guest arrives? For the party.
You want a crowd.
Wait a second. I thought they said that all the guests were going to be showing up the night before. Somebody mentioned that there was going to be a lot of people arriving the night before.
No, that's the evil people in the basement.
No, Citron said that usually a lot of guests arrive the night before.
So does that include bad people and good people? Well, they're not really good people, but like...
Seems like it. Possibly. Potentially. Maybe. Mm.
So what if just 6 o'clock? Exactly at 6 o'clock when the party starts.
To
When the party starts, leave your keys at such and such place.
Okay,
Tell her to leave them on the desk in the library.
Okay. I may say at a specific time. Does she...
Why not leave them behind the couch near where Raymond might be hiding?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah, we can invisibility him into that little hidey hole. It's a little uncomfortable for a long period of time, but,
Okay, when the party starts... That's a little bit vague, but, well, we're gonna go with it. Okay, when the party
I mean, we're gonna have to show off a little bit at the beginning, at least.
But Raven will have the keys. Leave
comfortable.
all the keys necessary to free the sprites
behind the couch in the library. There was a couch in the library, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, when leave all the keys necessary to free the sprites behind the couch in the library. We've been planning for like an hour. Okay.
Literally,
Can
my
I
brain
say-
needs blood.
Can I say sneakily? Oh, instead of leave? Let's see. No, I'll just say,
You could say hide.
I know, but then he might not be able to find them.
well, it's a hiding place, and he'll be right there. Hide.
Raymond kind
All the keys.
of gives you this partially indignant look like, I am right here. I'm capable of finding things.
In the
I
library.
don't know what a good hide and seeker she is.
Can I add and tell no one? So, like, when the party starts,
You could
hide
say
all
it was
the
an
keys.
accident, right? And say it was an accident? You accidentally left your keys behind the couch?
She was in there.
If anybody asks?
And say it's an accident?
Yeah. Instead of, telling nobody, all of a sudden, if she's questioned about it, she clams up.
Okay, let's
Might
see.
seem suspicious. If she said she left it in there accidentally, perhaps that might help. I don't know.
Let's see. When the party starts, accidentally hide all the keys necessary. Can I say and make it seem like an accident?
Don't say accidentally hide, purposefully hide. Hide the keys. Or say they were misplaced.
Let's see.
I don't know.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's good. Okay, so when the party starts, hide all the keys necessary to free the sprites behind the couch in the library. Good. So then, right at 2 p.m., cast suggestion. And then I'll say like 6:30-ish, because we'll need to be there for a minute. We'll go down. We'll cast invisibility. We'll become
On who?
invisible on us going down to the basement.
Are we gonna immediately go down to the basement when the party starts?
Well, I said at 6:30. Let's say it's 7.
Because I feel like the longer we wait, the less suspicious she's gonna be. But the less our chances get of somebody, or the higher our chances get of somebody asking about the keys.
I think it might be our best bet to split up. I don't know. No, splitting up is never a good idea. No.
It's
no.
not, but it might be our only
Because
option.
if we split up, one of us can say.
I can stay up top with that thing and her, and you can go down.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Because you could excuse yourself after a while to say that you were looking for me. Maybe my carpal tunnel. It was acting up again.
My carpal tunnel's acting up!
6:30, go to the basement. And free the sprite. We should try to be invisible, though. Or at least do it sneakily. You know what? We'll play that by ear.
I think you, Raymond, then Jen. It's gonna have to be you 4. You're gonna have to go down there. And you're gonna have to get them out while I'm upstairs.
I have message!
We have message! Oh my god!
You have to whisper it, though.
Yeah, I can cough whisper it. I've seen that happen.
Just go to take a drink and just mumble
Whisper it in my drink.
Or bend down or something. What was that?
Is that one you can cast a message and then also return, right?
Yes, as long as it's within 120 feet. but we should be because you'll be in the thing. Okay. I think we're good. After an hour of planning. Why did this take?
You ready?